What is up, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well. So the Stellar Celebration event is live in the game, and I gotta say, kudos to Scopely on this one. The event is not horrible. It's a pretty player-friendly event, free-to-play player-friendly event. Also, I think most of the player base is definitely going to be able to complete all of the milestones, get your 72,000 points. Specifically for the Dark Matter Milestones, to be able to get all the rewards that are in there. And the rewards that are in there are absolutely phenomenal. There's so many different things, right? You have your G15s. There are character shards that are really good. There's this 5 red star Zemo that is amazing. For me, these focus catalysts are literally going to be a part of the. This is my bottleneck. This is my bottleneck for Dark Dimension 4 right now. So being able to get those focus catalysts are pretty important. Other G15 gear, and of course, your ABCs are still kind of ABCs and training mats are good reward too, and some other character shards for characters that are not farmable, I think, are definitely helpful. So overall, the milestones for the event are very good. Do have a spreadsheet here that I'm going to be going through to kind of just break down sort of different ways or scenarios or that could help you, or how do you use this spreadsheet to go about making sure that you're getting those 72,000 points that you need, to get all the rewards in the Dark Matter milestone section. So this spreadsheet was created by Shivster. It was also created by Neuromancer. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for doing this. They've done some spreadsheets before, one for Moon Knight. They did one as well for White Tiger. So really good work, guys. And we definitely really do appreciate it. So this spreadsheet is broken down, kind of like this. I'll go through really quickly. So you have your war credits right over here. This is what you can spend your war credits on. You have your Dark Matter points, which are down here. So these are broken down by your orbs that you can open. So obviously your Celestial Orb, 800 Cosmic Essences for that. Your Purple Galactic Orb, 600. And then your Solar Orb, which is your basic, that's your blue orb right there. I'm going to recommend for every player, even if you are a earlier player, that, you go while opening up these Celestial Orbs. You're going to eventually, even if you're an early player, you're going to be eventually be able to farm that purple gear. You're going to be able to eventually farm, that blue gear. But the orange gear is going to be harder for you to be able to get. And if you're going to be shooting for things like Dark Dimension, you're going to be shooting for things like Dark Dimension, you're going to want to try to grab, the Celestial Orb to be able to get some of that gear. There's some Origin gear pieces that are in there. G15s and things like that are also going to be needed as you go the later part in the game. It also gives you the most points too. It's going to allow you to get through the milestones quicker as well. So opening up the Celestial Orbs is going to be a better way to go. But the ultimate goal here at the very bottom is to make sure that you're getting this number to 72,000. And we're going to talk about how you can change that here in the middle with the inputs, to make sure that you're able to do that, and how I'm doing, my blitz rotations, to make sure that I'm able to blitz and all the other activities in the game to make sure that I'm going to be able to hit that 72,000 points as well. If you go to the middle and down at the very bottom, you have another quick breakdown of how you're going to be earning those cosmic essences. So you have your sim blitz, manual blitz, 22 for sim and 22 for manual blitzing. Those are matches that you win. But those are the different cosmic essences that you get. So obviously more for doing manual blitzing. There's going to be a lot of players who are going to be doing manual blitzing, those who are in an earlier beginner blitz shard. So you're probably going to want to modify some of these numbers up here. And we'll talk about what numbers to modify as we move forward. For your campaign energy refreshes, which includes your ISO and also your regular campaign nodes, you're getting these. This is the amount of cosmic essences that you're getting per day. And then, of course, throughout the event, universal truth milestones, which are your war orbs that you're opening up or your war currency that you're using. That's broken down here. And then your other dailies, your arena, your raids, your RCA, those are right down there as well. Now, the only things that you're going to want to change on this spreadsheet are going to be your inputs. Don't change anything else. This is what you're going to want to modify, and as you modify these numbers over here are going to change for your Dark Matter points. Now, I'm going to leave a link down below with the spreadsheet for you to go through and kind of, for you to go through and make these changes. but you won't be able to make those edits unless you do this first. So when you click on that spreadsheet, make sure that you go over to File and then make a copy so that you can go ahead and start making your own edits. If you don't do that with the spreadsheet, I'm going to post down below in the description, then you're not going to be able to make your changes there. But yes, inputs are the only thing that you're going to want to change. So you'll already see that there'll be some information that's already going to be there that's going to be inputted. You can go ahead and you can start changing some of that stuff right there in the input. So I've already done that. So for me, I have one Orange Gear War Orb that I'm going to be opening up to, the Orange Gear War Orb 2. I'm also going to be grabbing, 2 mini G15 mini uniques per day. This is automatically calculated, the days left in the event and the event day end. That's automatically there. Don't change that either. And then I'm going to be doing 4 campaign refreshes, campaign energy refreshes for both my ISO campaign and also my regular campaign as well. And I can actually win with 22 teams, per Blitz rotation. And I mapped it out where if I'm doing 4 rotations per day, I'm actually going to be able to get 75,500 points. Now, let's say that you're not able to do that. Maybe you're only able to do 18, Blitz sim wins, right? And maybe you can't do the Orange Gear War Orbs. Maybe you're only doing your G14 mini uniques, or maybe you're not doing any of those, right? Where are you going to land for points? We're going to land at 63,200. Remember, that goal is to be able to hit that 72,000 milestone. Well, okay, you're going to need to up your Blitz rotation. So let's change your Blitz rotations per day. All right, if we go to 6, then, with not opening up any War Orbs and still keeping your campaign energy refreshes and your ISO campaign refreshes, with 6 rotations per day, with 18 teams that you can win with per rotation, you'll definitely be able to get those points as well. Now, let's say that you don't want to do ISO campaign refreshes. If you only want to do 2 ISO campaign refreshes, then that takes you down below that 72,000 mark, so you might need to up your Blitz rotations to, 7 rotations per day. 7 rotations will get it done, but that's obviously really, really crazy to do. So maybe want to modify, maybe want to bring this back down to 6, and maybe you are farming some G13 uniques, in the store. Maybe you are, grabbing some of those G15s, in the store as well. That will change, some of the numbers that it didn't change with the G13 uniques. Maybe that's a calculation that I shouldn't be using there. But if you're grabbing some G15 or, G14 uniques, then with the 18 team win or 18 wins, per rotation, at 6 rotations, you're going to be able to get to that 75,800, which obviously is more than you need because you only need 72,000 points, and you're going to need to open up 6 celestial orbs and 1 galactic orb in order to be able to get that done. So that's how you use the spreadsheet here. Not complex by any means, of course. Hopefully I did a good job of explaining. If you have any questions, just let me know. Like I said, it's a pretty straightforward event. It can be blitz heavy, I guess, if you don't have the amount of teams necessary to win. One suggestion that I would say is that maybe if you don't need the shards, maybe going in a way where you stay in those lower tiers so that you can get more wins. That might be a better direction for you to go in. Like I said, hopefully this was a helpful video for you here. I'm going to be leaving the spreadsheet down in the description for you guys. Shout out once again to Neuromancer and to Shivster for making those changes. Appreciate you guys so very much. You guys be blessed and y'all be safe.